Hey everybody, thanks for joining the Cheerful Ghost Roundtable. The Cheerful Ghost Roundtable is a discussion with people from the Cheerful Ghost community about awesome stuff in video games, brought to you by cheerfulghost.com, or as some people are now calling us, Cheerful Ghost Games, because we're publishing games now. Yay, everybody. I know one of the problems that many gamers have is that they don't have enough games in their library. I know this is a problem that I have. It's like, I need more games. So we're gonna solve that problem by publishing more games. In fact, we just came out with our first game last year in December called Starship Rubicon. I'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later. But anyways, so cheerfulghost.com. This is the start of the new season, season 3, and as such, I just talk a little bit about the episode. So we'll start off like every episode with what we've been playing and what we're drinking currently, and then we go into a discussion, which is the roundtable, where we just kind of trade ideas on certain topics in video games. So we're going to start off with what we've been playing and what we're drinking. Started up with Script. What you been playing? What you drinking?
I'm drinking Ozarka. It's water made in Texas because I'm in Texas.
It's free water.
It's the state beverage. I've been playing. I picked up Shadows of Mordor over the holiday, and when I'm not playing,
I've heard awesome things about that.
It's really good. It's really good. Pretty much that and Destiny. Unfortunately, I've been playing those two things for the most part, and they're both really good. Shadow of Mordor is really good. It's been compared a lot to like the Batman series, the Arkham Knight, Arkham game series, and Assassin's Creed. But I think it does those games a little better. I don't know if anybody here has played a game called Viking. It was.
Yeah, I played that a little bit. I never finished it, but I played it.
It's actually very similar to that. In the way the world is open and there's things going on, little events that you go to and you manage those events and then you move on to other events, but the world stays open the entire time, which I guess the Batman games are like that too, but it's more, it very much feels like Viking. The combat and just the scope of it. And Destiny is just a big hot mess, but it's so fun to play. It's just really fun to play. I can't stop playing it.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got the demo of it.
I got the demo for Destiny too.
Yeah.
It was not bad at all. So I kind of didn't understand the hate, but then again, I didn't play a ton of the game. I just played the demo. I didn't even finish the demo, but I played enough of it to really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, initially the mechanics of the game are flawless. I mean, Bungie makes great shooters, and this is a really great shooter. The hate comes from the depths of all the RPG mechanics. The RPG mechanics are still awful, and the way Bungie patches things and tries to fix things and make things better seem to only complicate the game and make it confusing and but I keep playing. I mean, there's something in it that keeps pulling people back. I don't know if it's because of the hate or because of the things that work really well, but yeah, it's fun. It's weird because my one of my brothers has a birthday early December, and another brother contacted me. He's like, what game should I get for him? I've heard a lot about this Destiny game. Should I get Destiny? I was like, fuck that game. Do not get Destiny for him. It's a horrible game. And yet I keep playing it. So I like it enough to keep playing, but I don't like it enough to recommend it to anybody.
I mean, I think that maybe you like Destiny in the same way people like meth, which is like, fuck meth, I hate meth. Sweet, sweet meth.
Pretty much, probably. That's probably accurate.
Well, what we're trying to say is you may have a problem.
I think maybe I do. I wish I did not have the game. If I hadn't bought it digitally, I would have traded it in by now. But I feel compelled to play it because it's always there. And I was stupid enough to pay for the Digital Guardian edition, so I got the 2 expansions already paid for. So I'm that much more invested in it. So I have to keep playing. Otherwise, it was a complete waste of $90. So I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, $90. Yikes. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're playing it. I'm glad that it's like meth, that it's good but not good.
Right. That's exactly right.
Awesome. Yeah. If it comes to PC and it's on, like, I'd love to play it. Yeah, absolutely.
By the time it comes to PC, it will probably be where it should have been when it launched, because it's filling out. I mean, they're adding things that are interesting, but it's just, I don't know. It just feels like a very, very polished, very expensive early access game is what it feels like.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tim, White Boy Slim, what you been playing? What you drinking?
As for what I'm drinking here, usually I would have something a lot more interesting, but I spent the long weekend sick, and I'm still kind of getting over that, so I'm sticking to water for today.
Nice.
As for what I've been playing, lately I've dusted off my Game Boy 2DS here and been going through Pokemon Y. I played it a little bit last year, but didn't get very far. Decided I wanted to pick it back up again. Realized I had no idea where I was supposed to be going in the game, and like I couldn't remember how I had set up my team or anything like that. Just decided to start over, and just been having fun going through that. I still play Grand Theft Auto, every once in a while. I recently picked back up Fallout 3, and I'm trying to finally beat that game. I thought I had successfully beaten it. It was going through like the whole ending story, and then got the whole 2 weeks later, your character wakes up, you're getting a new quest, and I was just like, damn it. It's like, I mean, I love the game, I like it a lot, but I was really hoping I was done with it. Other than that, I actually also recently have been going through the original Zelda again, just for kicks, and that game is still so much fun.
Yeah, it is. Do you have the? I mean, I have pretty much the entire game mostly memorized, except for maybe the last level. Just curious. I mean, is that same for you? Like, you kind of know where to bomb, where to light bushes up and stuff?
I couldn't sit down and draw the map out for you or anything like that, but there's definitely I get to a room and I'm like, I remember this, and I remember exactly, oh, this wall can be bombed open. I walk into the boss chamber and I immediately remember how to beat it, what item to use, and that's not, like the later Zelda games where it's always the item you find in that stage. It could be the bombs in a later stage, or, so yeah, and there's a lot of just, I remembered exactly which gravestone to push to find the Master Sword in the graveyard,
Yeah, right. That's
got
cool.
into the Lost Woods and was like, let me see if I could remember how to get through this, and, took the right path to get through it. First try.
Nice.
So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of, I mean, I haven't really played the game in years, but I've played it so much that I almost have it memorized. So the classics never die.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah. Travis.
I'm just drinking plain, boring water tonight. But
we all suck.
Plain boring
Yeah.
water.
I think we're all on
be
water
Ozark.
because that's what I've got right here, water.
nice, we're being healthy. No alcohol for us.
We'll be less boring next time.
Yeah. As for what I've been playing, kind of a little bit of everything. I played a little bit of Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I'm having a lot of trouble getting into that game, really. it's kind of formulaic, and like if you've played Borderlands 2, there's not going to be any surprises. It's mostly the same with different characters, but and the settings, like being on the moon and having to conserve oxygen and being able to jump really high are nice, but just kind of loses some of the magic. Other than that, I've been playing finally The Last of Us on PS3. So far, that is an excellent game. I don't know how far I am into it. I mean, this really tricky part where I've got to sneak through a graveyard with a bunch of zombies that'll kill you in one hit. But excellent, sometimes frustrating, but I definitely recommend it. Other than that, I've been playing a bunch of old games. Posted a new thing on the site recently, 80s reruns, doing the first Mario. Not sure what I'm going to do next. I've been playing a few at the same time, trying to figure it out, but liking getting back to the roots.
Yeah, that's awesome. I look forward to your next game. Yeah, that's great. So what I've been playing, and since I'm with everyone, it's Water Night. I don't know. We did not plan that, everyone. Although it's one night we should plan to get just totally bombed and just have a complete like the Cheerful Ghost train wreck. Like that would be amazing. Be like, I'll tell you one thing about the government. It's just I'll just tell you about the government.
An episode.
The episode where we pre-party before the show a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I'll just shotgun like 5 shots, and we will talk about the government. But
we should just do an episode where we play a drinking game throughout the episode.
That's not a bad idea. I like that idea a lot. That's great. So what I've been playing recently is I got into the beta for a new game from Valve called Half-Life 3. And basically, it's the worst game you could, like, it is so, all it is, like, stick figures, and them going, like, give me money, 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 and that's all, it's really just the worst game ever. I think that, like, it's as if they could just release that. It's kind of insulting, actually. I think because everyone's waiting for it, they're not really putting a lot of effort into it. So
I heard that game actually comes with, when it ships, it's going to ship with an attachment for your keyboard. It's a credit card reader, and you just put your credit card like right in the slot while you're playing. And the longer you keep it in, the more points you get.
Yeah, so they're shipping me the reader, so I don't have that yet. But you can type your credit card number directly into the game. Of course, it's got hats, it's got costumes, so you can get hats and costumes for your stickmen, and you can slap guys in the game. But really, I really kind of wanted to see a continuation of Half-Life 2, but I didn't get that, unfortunately.
Can you slap guys in the? You can slap guys in the game.
Yes, you can. You can. That's all. There's no guns or anything. Gordon Freeman's not even in the game. It's just a stick man slapping people with hats and outfits.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, it's a weird game. It's really weird. I'm kind of emailing them like, hey guys, this is strange. Like, I sort of wanted a continuation of the story. Anyways, beyond beta testing Half-Life 3 for Valve, and so far complete train wreck. I've been playing the publishing Starship Rubicon game, so I've been doing a lot of marketing for the game, and so that's been really interesting to figure out how to, approach like other video game websites or Let's Players and YouTubers and stuff. And that's been going really well, but just a little bit at a time, and in a lot of ways it's like an experiment. So, but that's been really good. It's been good to work with Wick, and people seem to really like the game a lot, and it's really fun. Today, I saw a guy play the game in French. I think he's a French YouTuber, and it's cool to see people from all over the world playing the game and talking about it and really enjoying it, and then saying, his community responds so well to it, so that's really great. The game's not even localized or whatever, but they can play it still, so that's pretty cool and make sense of it. So that's really, apparently English is a very universal language, so that's nice. That's nice. But as far as
that's why they always speak English in Star Trek.
Exactly. Well, because the Federation was founded by Vulcans or English speakers or whatever. Anyways, so as far as other games I've been playing, I recently got back into StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, and I'm just playing through the campaign of that again because I love the campaign so much, and I'm sort of just like can't wait for Legacy of the Void, so I'm just plunking through a few missions here and there. Of course, I'm playing through Risk of Rain. I think that's the and Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I think those are the other two games that I'm playing a lot of. Like I said on the site recently, I unlocked the Engineer and then the Enforcer. Wow, the game is so great when you unlock classes in it. The Engineer is so much fun. You drop turrets and stuff. It's so great. So if you're playing Risk of Rain, I seriously recommend that you unlock all the little what are the things that fly around your guide, little drones or whatever? Because if you unlock 40 total, you'll get the Engineer. So, oh man, it's so much fun to play that. And I've gotten pretty far. I'm up to like level 4, I think. So, and there's 6. So, if I make it past 2, then I'll beat it. But it's a really great game. Been having a ton of fun playing that.
It's a tough game. Very tough game. But
it is
lots
tough.
of fun.
It is very hard, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, so a few tricks that I didn't realize is, like, don't worry about necessarily beating the level really quick when you first start. Just unlock everything and then open up all the chests. And if you open up enough chests, then your guy's going to become some really OP shit. So just, kill all the guys, unlock as many chests as you can, and become OP, and then realize what items work together. And then, once you get pretty good with that, you can beat the first level just about every time, which doesn't take too long to get to that point. Well, a few hours or whatever. And then work on getting to the end as fast as you can, because you need to progress through the game quickly. One of the early mistakes that I made was taking my time to collect everything, but then the game gets progressively harder. That makes it really, really hard to do anything later. So it's not a race, but you gotta be progressing quickly.
Now, when you play, do you go straight to the end, or do you loop back through and just keep collecting?
It really depends on how many items I've got. So
Okay.
if I've got a fair amount of items and some really good stuff, then I'll continue on. I'll just keep moving forward because, But if I'm really underpowered by the time I beat the boss, but by the time you beat the boss, you should get a really killer item, and you should already have a few items. So. And if you've got money and there are chests around you, you should unlock them all. But don't go all the way through the level once you've beaten the boss. Like, make your way through the end, basically. But I don't have everything unlocked yet. I've got friends that do, so maybe I'll get them into a roundtable one time where we can talk about Risk of Rain and strategies or whatever. So, all right. So let's bust into our first topic. So it's January, and Christmas or the holidays were just upon us. I'm just curious what goodies we got for Christmas, and if we were playing anything interesting for Christmas. Travis, Christmas goodies. What you been playing around the holidays?
The only thing gaming related I got was a GameStop gift card, so I decided to, I don't really shop for PC games on Steam or PC games at GameStop. So
yeah, I don't think they sell Steam cards anymore either, do they?
I don't know.
Because I went into one the other day and I didn't actually see one. So it's funny because you could trade a GameStop gift card for a Steam gift card.
If I thought about that, I might have done that. But I got some PS3 games that I kind of missed out on. Stuff I'd been interested in, but not interested enough in buying it at the time.
Right.
So, The Last of Us, definitely the first priority. Also picked up God of War Ascension and Beyond Two Souls, that kind of interactive drama game with Ellen Page.
Yeah.
Came out a couple years back. Haven't played either of those two yet. I've heard God of War Ascension is kind of the least good out of all of them, but it's still good. And it seems like with Beyond Two Souls and the first one they did, not Risk of Rain. What is it? Heavy Rain? Yeah, Heavy Rain. You either love them or you hate them. There's not really much of a middle ground there. Haven't played either, so looking forward to trying it.
Yeah, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
White Boy Slim?
Solid games.
Christmas time, Christmas games.
Okay, so from a couple of my friends here, I got a couple of games. I got a Shadowrun Returns, which was one that I've been looking forward to, which I forgot to mention during the What Are We Playing. I've been putting some time into that. Another friend of mine got me the Banner Saga, which looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, what else did I get? I
Interested in
got
playing that
Child of Light. I got Transistor. And then part of the reason I picked up Fallout 3 was because I I got Fallout New Vegas, and so I wanted to finish out Fallout 3 before I start Fallout New Vegas.
Where are you at in Fallout 3?
Oh gosh. Spoiler alert here.
By the way, have we all
Anybody
played
who's
Fallout
watching.
3 here? I'm pretty sure we've all played it, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Very good.
definitely
Okay,
have,
so
yes.
spoiler alert for anybody watching who hasn't played through Fallout 3.
And you
So
should. It's one of the best games of all time. Go ahead.
it really is. It's a great game. You need to try it if you haven't. Basically, the big Liberty Prime got exploded, and so that was the last thing I did. Basically, was right after it got blown up, I went into the little compound, got the encrypted data, and then took it back to the Brotherhood of Steel, and that was the last thing I did.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm kind of getting close to it. I haven't even touched a lot of the DLC, so I don't know if I'm going to do that before I start New Vegas. Maybe I'll come back to that.
Well,
Or
I think
we'll
that's
see.
actually part of the DLC.
So yeah, absolutely. Because remember, you originally you got up to that point where you stopped, and then the DLC, like Operation, I think it's Anchorage or something like that, it extended it and then gave you the extra thing. So yeah, you were up to the DLC. It just looks
Oh, okay.
like the main story.
So I did technically beat Fallout 3.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when you
Nice.
when you
Absolutely did.
when you and Sarah Lyons wake up after the showdown at Project Purity,
Uh-huh.
that's the start of the DLC that expands the end of the
Yep.
game.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Before that, the game just ended at that point. You couldn't go back and finish up side quests or anything. You had to reload a save from before that.
Which is total junk, but yeah, absolutely.
That sucks.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
Script, holiday
Yeah.
games, playing games.
Yeah. I played. Well, I picked up a few PS4 games on sale from Amazon. Shadow of Mordor. Somebody gave me a copy of Far Cry 4, which I've played very briefly, which was really good.
Elephants.
Yeah, the elephants. I haven't ridden an elephant yet, but I saw one. I did run from a rhinoceros that ended up flipping over the car that was chasing me. That was kind of cool.
Can you just go and like hit triangle next to an elephant to ride it like you can in like GTA games, like steal an elephant?
I think so. Well, you have to unlock a perk that allows you to ride elephants first, and I've unlocked that perk, but I haven't secured an elephant yet, so I don't know how easy it is. But there is something that you can unlock through the Uplay, the stupid Uplay thing, Ubisoft Uplay. One of the rewards is that all of the elephants in the game have like face paint, like
Oh, cool.
decorated, like by I guess the people of the land paint the elephants for you. Just cosmetic. It doesn't give the elephant superpowers. What else did I get? Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. All these games were like $20. Tomb Raider. I think Shadow of Mordor I picked up for $30.
These are digital games?
No, disc for
Okay.
the PS4. Yeah.
Okay.
And there was one other one that I got, but I can't remember what it was. Obviously not that impressive. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Mostly PS4 stuff. Kind of felt bad that I was neglecting Steam, so I actually went on and bought some like $3 game. Maybe it wasn't even $3. I think it was like 69 cents. It was some game just to like, give a little bit of love.
Sure.
I don't remember what it was. So again,
Just haven't been given Gabe Newell any money lately. Just had to break out the wallet.
Yeah.
I know.
If you didn't
Tell
buy
your
that
card
game,
reader
he'd
gets
be-
here, and you can just
he-
swipe it now.
yeah, he wouldn't be making rent if you didn't get that game. So.
yeah, that's exactly it. I needed to support Gabe.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I got no game. Well, I bought some games for Christmas. So I bought for the holidays. I bought what did I buy? I bought Battle Block Theater because it was like on sale for $1 or something, and then I bought Binding of Isaac Rebirth because I was having a really hard time playing Binding of Isaac, and I really wanted to play some, and it was just crapping out of my Mac. So I got Rebirth, and that was really, really great. But since I didn't really get very many gaming presents, I'll just talk a little bit about some of the presents I got really quick. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes on Blu-ray. Oh man, this movie's so great. It's amazing. Okay, if you ever wanted to know how awesome it would be to see an ape kill a human on a horse, watch this movie. It's incredible.
Wait. Okay, I need you to clarify something here because it will affect my opinion.
Yes.
Was the ape on the horse or was the person on the horse?
I'll just show you the back picture.
All right, because that's way cooler than like a guy riding a horse and then an ape like jumps up and kills him or something.
Absolutely right. I also got, and these are all from my significant other, so thank her for that. Got Gravity, which is an incredible movie. Sandra Bullock, really good.
Amazing movie.
Really, really good. I got Live, Die, Repeat. I'm sorry, The Edge of Tomorrow. I don't know why they renamed this to Live, Die, Repeat. I guess Edge of Tomorrow is too emo for the studio or something. Anyway.
They renamed it? What the hell?
Okay, so yeah, right. So it's Live, Die, Repeat, and then you've got Edge of Tomorrow down on the box here. Frankly, Live, Die, Repeat's a better name, but yeah.
It's a little descriptive.
Yeah, well, I heard it kind of bombed at the theater. Maybe if they'd just gone with the new name, maybe they would have done better.
It did bomb at the theater, but the movie's fantastic, so everyone should see it. Emily Blunt is superb.
Yeah, she is.
Tom Cruise he's Tom Cruise. You're going to get that Tom Cruisian performance there, which is really good. I got Darren Aronofsky's Noah. This is the guy that did Black Swan and The Wrestler. It's really good. One thing I like about this movie is that is not only is it really, really cool, but it also upsets lots of religious people that might not like it if you change Bible stories a little bit. I think of it in terms of fan fiction. Plus, it's got this amazing scene in it where Noah's describing how the world was created according to the Bible, but what you're seeing on the screen is actually evolution. So it's a really, really interesting story that a lot of religious people do not appreciate, and I think it's great because you really it tries to reconcile religion with evolution and science, and then this weird magic world that's really similar to Lord of the Rings. Anyways, it's really, really crazy. So it's interesting. I definitely recommend you give it a try.
I haven't seen that movie, but I've seen that scene that you're talking about on YouTube with Noah narrating the creation story with all the scenes of matching up fairly well too, which I thought was impressive.
Yes, it's one of the better scenes I saw last year, I think. And then I got the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy: Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End. So
nice.
Shaun of the Dead is great. And so the other, just getting the other movies is really, really cool too. And then, last but not least, I got socks and shit, but no one cares. I got this Star Wars lightsaber thumb wrestling kit. So here we are. Let's go to the firefight on Mustafar, right? Okay, so we're now on Mustafar here. Let me take out one of these lightsabers, put it on my thumb here, so I can show exactly how this works. So take out the lightsaber because I'm good here, right? Okay, it's on my thumb, so there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, right? Yep. And then now I'm on Mustafar, and then I lightsaber battle with someone else, and it would be in here, of course.
How do you win?
There are directions.
I don't think there are any winners.
There are no winners.
If you're playing, you've already lost.
Well, there are a lot of prequel scenes here, so I know how much you guys love that.
Don't start.
Okay. Don't start.
Don't get them started.
By the way,
episode
guys,
1. Don't get them started.
Episode 1 is okay. Hold on. To begin each thumb duel, the following protocol must be observed: strap on a lightsaber to each thumb. That's kind of a no-duh. Insert thumbs through the page holes. Before engaging in battle, thumbs must face off with the lightsaber blades. Anyways, to win, once One opponent must pin the other's lightsaber to one of the reactor bridge railings. Hold the lightsaber to the page for a count of 3. The combatant is defenseless to the incoming blast of force lightning from the cackling Emperor. There you go. That's how you win. You basically...
Nice.
So, wait. So basically, it doesn't matter if you're good or bad. The other person dies by the hand of the Emperor.
Man.
So does the Emperor always win then? Anyways, so that's what I got.
Not the kind of fun I thought I'd have with a lightsaber strap on, but...
Whatever you do, do not Google that.
Do not Google that. Do not Google that, kids. We just lost our G rating. You son of a... Anyway. So,
okay, well, since I didn't know we were going to be showing off non-gaming related swag.
All right.
Otherwise, I would have had this prepared. But since we're showing off other cool stuff we got over the holidays, I thought I would share.
Okay, you can show us your life-size bear costume. That's okay.
Oh no. So, a while back, I took part in a Kickstarter for the new I Fight Dragons album, and although I've had the digital version for a while now, I finally got the record copy.
Cool.
Which, yeah, it's this. Unfold this out here. So we got big old huge thing here.
That's awesome.
It came with a cool poster. It's got a storybook, if I can get it out here. Got some cool artwork in it. So, that's got it's a concept album, so there's like a whole story that goes along with the whole album here.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know if anybody
It's
can
like
even
the best
see this.
Kickstarter reward I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it was relatively cheap, too, for what you get. And then, of course, you get the actual album itself, which is on green and tell. But there's also cyan blue in here, so it's seriously cool.
Hey, did you play it? What does it sound like?
I actually don't have a record player. So I will need to probably invest in one here soon.
That's cool.
This is actually not the first record I own. I also have the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, sooner or later I'll have to listen to these.
That's great.
So, but I have listened to the album digitally many times now, and it is great. So,
Never heard of I
I
Fight
highly
Dragons.
recommend.
What kind of music is it?
They're sort of like a how do you describe them?
They're like Hanson meets Garth Brooks, basically.
Exactly.
They've got friends in
that makes
terribly
perfect
low.
sense.
With Chris Gaines a little bit,
Exactly.
No, they're sort of like a pop punk chiptunes band. They're it's
That's interesting.
it's a mashup of a couple different genres, but it works really well. They're very good. So I highly recommend them. If you like rock music and chiptunes, then definitely check out I Fight Dragons.
Well, I don't like video game music, and I sure as heck fire don't like rock and roll. That's from the devil, so thanks for showing me things to stay away from. Anyways,
Stupid kids
so
with their
speaking of
rock and
things,
roll.
exactly. I don't like it because it's got the drums in it. It's got the drums, and the drums, and they hit the things with the
It's
sticks.
the devil's music.
And anything you hit with the sticks, it's not good. It's not. I don't like sticks. Anyways, so 2015 is upon us, and it's a new year in gaming. Apparently, we've got 11 more months of this. So one of the things that I was curious about, or rather Travis was curious about, is if what we're looking forward to happening in 2015 as far as gaming is concerned, or just tech stuff too, because tech and gaming are very related, right? You want that fancy new PC, there's a lot of tech advancements that make that a lot better. So I'm just curious what we're looking forward to in 2015 as far as games go, and then any sort of new gaming stuff or any sort of tech in general. So we're going to start her up with White Boy Slim, Mr. I Fight Dragons, with my record player. By the way, if you want to listen to it, just take a needle and then just run it around the edge, and then just feel the vibration through your finger. It's all
styrofoam. Yeah, with a styrofoam cup. Did you ever do that?
No.
Styrofoam
Yeah,
cup.
Mr. Wizard taught me how to do that,
Yeah.
but you don't want to do that with anything anything important that you
Yeah, I would
So you're
really
No,
like to keep this in
Go
good
through it with your
condition,
fancy
so I'm
It's-
probably not going to scrape a needle across it, but
No,
it's cool
you
that that works.
get a cactus needle. A cactus needle and a styrofoam cup. It's totally safe. You won't ruin anything.
White Boy
I
Slim.
heard it on the internet, so it must be true.
Exactly. I heard that you're supposed to puke on them. Anyways, go ahead, White Boy. What do you got?
There's not a whole lot of games that are coming out that I'm like really looking forward to. It's mainly updates to games I already have. I'm looking forward to Terraria 1.3. Starbound is supposed to have a big winter update that I'd like to check out. It's still kind of waiting on for some more news on Steam machines. I know Valve didn't do their Valve Days are going to have a bigger presence at a GDC, so just kind of waiting to hear from that to see, how that's progressing. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as what I'm looking forward to, and at the time being, kind of mostly just waiting to hear more from everybody.
It's good stuff.
What about
I'm
you,
interested
Script?
about those Steam machines. I like. I'm also interested in the Steam machines. What's going to happen? That poor controller has gone through hell, I think.
It's gonna
It
come
has
out.
no buttons. Now it does, and now it's mostly buttons. And
Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
like to-
It's not
I'd like to
mostly.
see what it
Yeah,
is.
I actually, you know what? I'll bring up kind of like the new. Go ahead. You keep talking, Script. I'll bring up.
You
the
bring
new
up yours
picture.
later.
No. Go ahead.
As far I'm just messing with you. As far as games are concerned, this year I'm looking forward to No Man's Sky. I'm really looking forward to that for the PS4. And I am ready to break down and buy a Wii U for the new Zelda game this year. That's going to be essential. There's a couple other little games that I'm hoping come out. I don't know if they're going to come out this year or not. An indie title called Abzu from the creative guys behind Journey. It's not that game company. They branched off and started a new company called Giant Squid, and I'm hoping, I haven't really heard anything, but I'm hoping it comes out this year because I'm anxious to play that. Tech-wise, I just a couple days ago saw a trailer for a game called Adrift, which was probably aired a while ago, but it's for the Oculus. It's coming out for the Xbox One and PS4, and I think Steam, but it's for the PC. It's going to take advantage of Oculus. It's being built for the Rift, Oculus Rift, and I've never really been interested in that device, but that game in particular, or the demo that they showed, really sparked my interest. So and that's supposed to be out this summer of 2015, and I know that Sony's got their VR device that's coming out too, the whatever it's called. I can't even remember. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, so VR, I guess. I don't know. I've never really cared about it, but I'm slightly interested to see how this whole Facebook buyout and what the hardware actually looks like, what it's going to cost, and what it can do.
Yeah, that makes sense. I played a game at a Portland Indie Game Squad event on the Oculus, and it blew my mind. It was so great.
Really? What kind of... Was it like a...
It was a game jam game, but it was this weird game where you're just sitting, and it kind of looked like it had like Lawnmower Man graphics. They were definitely going for that feel. And I'd look at my hand and I'd try to find the right shape that fit with it, and there was no directions, just had to figure it out. And it was one of the coolest gaming experiences I've ever had. And I don't even know if it was a game. I mean, it was just an experience, but it was so incredible. So yeah, I mean, the Oculus, like, that you think you understand kind of what it's like, and you're like, oh, that's not a big deal until you play something
Right.
that blows your mind out your ass. It's incredible. So,
Right.
yeah.
Like I've played 3D games and seen 3D movies, and it's okay. It's just not. Did we win? Did we open the chest? Was that what that was?
That was my wife text messaging me.
So yeah, the whole 3D thing didn't. I never bought into it, and I never really cared. But the VR, especially full, spatial movement, and it sounds cool, and I'd like to see it popular. I'd like to see it in in a consumer space, not just the tech demos. So
yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you on that one. Travis, what are you looking forward to in 2015?
Everybody's touched on a few of the things I was going to talk about. Obviously, looking forward to whatever news comes out of Valve with their hardware. Definitely looking forward to Terraria 1.3 whenever it comes out. No Man's Sky, that is a big one. That game looks incredible. I can't wait to see what. I mean, it's one of those things that could be very bad if it's not done right, but from everything I've seen, it just looks incredible. Mm-hmm. But a few other things. A new Arkham game, Arkham Knight. I've played the hell out of the Arkham games, and this one looks like all the great stuff about it with, kind of more open world navigation. You can drive the Batmobile now and fight pretty effectively, apparently, in the Batmobile, which looks incredible. My number 9, new game from the dude that made Mega Man. Totally not Mega Man. Looks nothing like it, right? But still, looking forward to getting back with the Blue Bomber, even if it is not really the Blue Bomber.
Mighty number 9.
Yes. A few games that I'm looking forward to, but they could go either way. The new Star Wars Battlefront. It's been a while. I'm hoping they pull it off well. Another game from DICE, Mirror's Edge. They had the first Mirror's Edge a few years back. It was incredible. Didn't sell all that well, but now they're rebooting it. They're not doing a sequel. They're just rebooting it. I'm not sure why. And the Minecraft story mode game that's coming out from Telltale. They're taking Minecraft and making an adventure game out of it, which is a bizarre concept, but
is it
could
just
be fun.
Adding on to Minecraft? Is this just like a pack or something for the game?
No, it's a totally different game. Just same graphics. It's supposed to take place in the same universe, but none of the same mechanics or anything like that.
Huh. All right. Probably won't play it, but
fascinating. So, Travis, with the No Man's Sky, would that be if it turned out to be, significantly impressive, would you buy a PS4 for it?
No, it's coming out for PC. It's
a
timed exclusive on. Yeah, it's a timed exclusive on PS4, which I hate timed exclusives. But
yeah, was it like 6 months to a year?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It may be 2016 before I get my hands on it.
Timed exclusive is way better than forever. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Some games on like the PlayStation will never come anywhere else. So that's cool. So I think for me, the things that I'm looking forward to 2015, I'm not sure what order they're in, but somewhere around Steam machines. One of the things that is interesting to me in tech right now is you're getting a lot of really small computing devices. It started with cell phones. We've got some amazing stuff just in our pockets, but I saw someone writing a PR or like a press release for a PC that fits in a mouse, basically. The only trick there is hooking up your HDMI cable, but the mouse, and just putting a PC in your mouse. So with that, I think that we're going to get some really low footprint Steam machines at some point that you just basically hand off the processing power to your desktop or whatever, which I think sounds really, really interesting. So that said, you can put some pretty impressive Intel horsepower in a small box right now too. So so as far as games that I'm really excited about, Doom 4, although that game kind of just like stepped away, like it was at like QuakeCon, and then I heard nothing about Doom 4 after that. So I'm a really big fan of Doom. Really looking forward to Doom 4. I think this year sometime. I hope. We'll see.
Are we supposed
I'd
to get the
also
beta for buying Wolfenstein as well?
Hmm.
Oh, geez, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, well, so whenever that happens, yeah, probably. I'd also like some kind of new stuff for the Wolfenstein game. They kind of left the ending open, and I'd love to play more of that. I don't typically like bang down developers' doors for new DLC for a game, but this game's really good, and I'd love more of that. So that would be really great. StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Let's wrap up the story, Blizz. Like, this sounds great. I can't wait, and I'm excited for the collector's edition and getting that, so that looks really good. And then Stardew Valley. So this is a game that's been in development for that I've known about it for almost 3 years or 2 years or something like that, and I think everyone's super stoked about having a really badass Harvest Moon-like indie game that you can play. So hopefully that comes out this year. Seems good. But, it's just one developer working on his own, so, hopefully it comes out, and I'm super excited to play that. I guess I'll also say Terraria, the new update for that, looks really great. Looking forward to playing that on all the other platforms. I'd like Starbound to release a good update at some point. But, that's just up to them and stuff like that. They've released the Unstable update, but I'm not going to play that. So hopefully, this year, we get a version of that game that, it's pretty good. I'd like to play that game too. So
Yeah, I've just decided not to play that until an official 1.0 hits, just so that I don't burn myself out on betas before they ever release the final product, which I think I would.
I think that's probably true. I mean, we came into Terraria around later. It was already 1.0, and they were in the later patch sets. And starting that game at that point, it was the right time because it was a really great version of that game. You know what I mean? And then every update since has been just. I kind of want to give them money for that, actually, because they keep adding so much great stuff to the game, and I only spent $4 on it. It seems ridiculously cheap. How much, value is in that game for what I paid for it.
Yeah, what I do is whenever it goes on sale, I just buy a copy for $2 or whatever, and just give it to somebody. I gave one to Greg. I think I gave 3 or 4 to different family members and friends. It's great to spread the love there.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I should definitely do that. So I think for me, the Steam machine is going to be the biggest thing for me. Getting, I've foregone doing any new consoles, because that's what I want instead of, something else. So we're going to hear about it in March, and I am super excited. This year I'm going to either buying a one straight up from a retail, just a person that buys them, or build it myself. My preference is to buy it from someone because when people are doing counting, buying it through a retail channel, adds one extra, and that's what publishers are looking for. You know what I mean? They're looking for how many units did they sell, so now we know if we're going to publish the game to SteamOS or whatever. So, but that said, if nothing is really, really great, I'll just build my own thing, which is fine too. So I'm really excited about that. And I think that we're coming up to the end. Did you guys have anything you wanted to talk about in the last few minutes?
Heading out in a couple days to PAX South.
Nice.
Check that mess out.
Yeah, let us know how that goes.
Well, we'll do that.
Tell people about Starship Rubicon.
Totally.
StarshipRubicon.com. Check it out. So
send them a t-shirt and a bunch of stickers.
We don't have any shirts yet, but we'll get some at some point.
Do you have any sales figures you can or would like to share?
Oh yeah, we've got sales figures, absolutely. I'm just not going to talk about them yet because one of the things that Wick and I are keeping it sort of secret until there's a reason to talk about it, and so far, we don't really have a reason. But I'll give you impressions because I think that's something I can talk about. But I've been really happy with how things have been going. People really have that played the game seem to really, really like it, and so. Especially people that love roguelikes and shooter, twin stick shooters. So I am super stoked about that. And So what we've been focusing on is just trying to find more people to play the game, because like you guys know, like a new video game comes out and a sea of video games, you know what I mean? So the trick is figuring out how to talk about the game, and we're trying to, I'm talking to Wick, and we're thinking about going to go to PAX Prime this year for a booth. We're talking to the guys at the Indie Mega booth about that. We've got some stuff, we're doing Portland, we're going to be doing in Portland. So yeah. I mean, I went to PAX last year for a day because it's so many people there, and I don't like crowds. So going there for all the days and then having to talk to people like freaks me out, but it's just kind of one of those things that you got to do, So, anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching it. The Cheerful Ghost Roundtable is an open discussion with people from the Cheerful Ghost community about awesome stuff in video games, brought to you by cheerfulghost.com. And so we'll head around the room and find out where you can find more of us online. Script, where can people find you online?
http://www.cheerfulghost.com/script.
White Boy
That's
Slim.
it. That's the only place I'm at.
You can find me at cheerfulghost.com/whiteboyslim or on Twitter at whiteboyslim.
Travis.
You can get me at cheerfulghost.com/Travis or at PanickedThumb on Twitter.
Nice, and I am at Twitter at jdodson or cheerfulghost.com/jdodson. And you can follow Cheerful Ghost on Twitter at twitter.com/_cheerfulghost. You can also find us on Facebook. You can also find us at cheerfulghost.com. Blah, blah, blah. We are all over the internet. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Good night, gentlemen.